Hello everyone and welcome to a special episode of Panther Pulse.
Today we will be discussing school spirit with our fellow students here at Perry.
We also will have Hytham sitting down discussing school spirit with some more of our peers.
That's right, we are very excited for this episode along with everyone else that is involved.
This is
Panther Pulse.
I'm very excited for this episode because today we'll be discussing school spirit and also asking some of the students here at Perry on what they think we can do to maybe improve school spirit within the school. So I think this will be a very interesting topic for us all to take advantage of and get others' feedback.
There will be a lot of differing opinions, so that should be very interesting to hear all different aspects and everyone different.
A lot of different opinions for sure. So to start off the show, we were able to have Riley go around the school and interview some students and teachers to get their thoughts upon school spirit. Let's see what they had to say.
Here at Perry High School, we have a turf football field, 2 basketball courts, a softball and a baseball field, a soccer stadium, tennis courts, and an auditorium. However, we may have all these amazing facilities, but do we have the school spirit for them? We took to the hallways of PHS to find out.
Well, nobody has Panther pride anymore, so I feel like they're too scared to show it.
I feel like a lot of people don't like the school, so then they don't cheer for us.
Yes, because at all sporting events, we always have the jungle, and our great jungle leader, Luke Laubacher, always supports the events.
We do a lot of spirit things, at least more prevalent around football. Like the jungle is usually huge.
No, we do not.
Why?
Because our school is very lame at that. It's like at the football games, it's not like, I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of boring.
I do think we have school spirit sometimes, and I don't.
Yes, I think that our students do have school spirit.
With our winter sports, our spring sports, could use some more announcing for those, which I hope to see in the future.
There are many times that I think that we have a lot of school spirit, specifically the beginning of football season. The jungle was crazy and we had a lot of school spirit. There are times where I think that we lack school spirit, and I honestly think that a lot of times if you don't have a big group of kids going in together, they lack confidence and that enthusiasm to actually, they don't want to be the only one. So I think that if we would have more people not worry about what anybody else thinks and just get involved and want to be there for their school and their teams, we would have a lot more of it. But I appreciate every time those kids are out there and eager to give us school spirit for our games.
I think we have a lot of school spirit just by how many people show up at the football games, the basketball games, for the jungle, and everybody's just there having a great time cheering on our sports and athletics.
I think during football games we have school spirit, but during the school day, not at all.
But I'll tell you, in my day, you didn't come to school wearing a different school's hoodie.
I think it's always important to hear other students' thoughts on what they would like to see here more at school.
I agree. I think everyone's thoughts towards this topic should always be spoken out because we always want others' opinions on what we can do to show more school spirit throughout the school.
I definitely think that it was interesting to see the teachers' opinions and how they differed from the students, and the teachers have been here longer, so they can make the connection of well, this used to happen and this didn't used to happen, or how it shifted. I think it's super interesting.
I think that adds more characteristics to how to show that we probably should do more, because if the teachers are noticing, then us as the students should also notice as well.
I agree.
But Hytham was able to sit down with some more Perry students for a little table discussion to get their thoughts about school spirit that are involved students here at Perry.
Let's go take a look.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's get started. What are your guys' thoughts on school spirit?
I think school spirit is good at Perry, but it could be improved.
How could it be improved?
For example, kids need to be more proud of where they go.
Right.
I guess.
Support more.
Yeah.
More. Right. Anyone else?
Well, the how I think is the hard part, and I think it's actually hard, more in today's culture than anything, just because we've become more of you're going to go out and get your own, kind of be a little bit more selfish than in the past, because as opposed to, going to the game on Friday night or going to the track meet on a Saturday, it's I want to stay home and I want to do this. I want to stay home and I want to play a video game or something like that. And we're no longer thinking of the community and school as a whole as we should be. That's going to have to be and like I said, I don't even know, there's a lot of people who the reason we haven't solved it is because, like we said, the how is really difficult. But I'm just saying what we do needs to be focused on a kind of a culture change, so a complete change of the way we think about ourselves and the school itself.
Like, go with a group of friends, get a group of friends together, go to the game, like, make it a fun thing.
Yeah, I think our school spirit is good during like the football season, but like during like wrestling, baseball, basketball, like we don't have pep rallies. We don't have like the same, I guess, like environment and like energy that we usually do during the football season. So I feel like if we had more opportunities to have pep rallies for these events, like more people would respond and go to wrestling matches and baseball games.
I also want to say on that note, I think the whole school's attitude towards pep rallies is the reason they don't really work and we don't really have as much, because I know a lot of people, it's not just the frequency of them, like a lot of people don't even enjoy being in them, just because like I know for a fact like a lot of people in my friend group, when they go to pep rallies, it's kind of like, okay, we get out of class, and it's more of that thinking. So I think what would be beneficial is moving away more from like a staff-led, they're not really staff-led right now. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I'm saying maybe a committee of students or kids like that who want to kind of plan the activities that'll go in the pep rallies.
Right.
I think that would kind of help.
Do you involve yourself in school spirit?
I think
Yes.
Me is I support other teams, like such as the basketball team, the track team, other than just football. I'll try to be there at all the events where basketball mentioned.
Do you feel like there's more school spirit towards one sport than another?
Definitely.
Definitely how Becca said about football. I mean, like, you don't see anyone going to like a golf, I don't even know, golf tournament?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
yeah.
A match.
Right.
Like, nobody knows when they are or where they even are.
They're just like not as advertised as, you know, like Friday night football games or like.
I think football and basketball are the strongest with school
Yeah.
spirit.
I think it's kind of like what Reese mentioned. We need to remember that we're a community and we have a whole school full of groups and clubs and different sports. And, you know, we need to be more than just individual communities inside these sports and a whole collective school spirit. You know?
And we've specifically, there's been times when in the past where we've like tried to advertise, like come to this soccer game, and that does help. 5 or 6 extra people will show up, but like I said, you can put it out as much as you want. Right now, it's a mentality thing, and it's not really a lack of effort on anybody's part. I think it's just everybody's mindset towards it is it's not really cool to go to those things, and I think that's a problem.
Well, see, I thought it helped when you got a lot of people to go to the soccer game, because like more people thought more people are going. There's more people that I'm gonna know, and so that helped a lot.
Yeah, and like the players also get excited because like they feel more welcome by their school and their peers, to where like if no one was there, they would just be playing for themselves, which is like kind of hard to do, like when you don't have that mindset.
Right.
And with that too, like kids, they're only gonna do, like, you can advertise as much as you want, but kids will only do what they want to do. So like if they don't know someone, like they don't know the sport, they're more than likely not gonna go. So like it's kind of like the kids just need to be more outgoing and go to other things. Like they might like it.
I admit, like, I've never been to a soccer game. Like, I've just never known, like, when they are, where they are. So I feel like a big part of getting more school spirit around these sports would be to encourage, like, publicity, I guess, of them around the school.
And I think like Lauren and Abby said, the big part that would help people be motivated to go to these events is by thinking of, like, you know, these kids might not be going to a college where those sports are going to have a lot of fans, or this might be one of the only times that they get to show something that they've worked for. So we need to kind of realize, and that's my motivation when I go to things like that. It's like those people deserve to have people watch them because they've worked so hard.
Especially in football. We as football players don't know what college we're going to go to. You know, like, from y'all supporters, students and colleagues, it makes us feel great to see y'all there.
All right, well, thank you all for coming here. I enjoy hearing all your thoughts on school spirit. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Haitham. It sure was really good to hear others' opinions about school spirit here at the school.
It was really interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I think they mentioned a lot of good points throughout the combos of how one sport is more like directed than other sports, and I think that is a big thing here at the school.
I think social media plays a big part too.
Oh yeah, that too. Especially with advertising and getting out the word of what sporting events are happening and what like is going on and what days. I think that also plays a big role in why most sports here don't get recognized.
And there's like a lot of sporting events that happen throughout the week that a lot of us have no idea happen.
Exactly. And also at the same time, I don't think it's our fault technically, because sometimes we just don't hear about it. That's the thing. And like we don't get notified, we don't get like no tweets.
Like a reminder, hey, like this game is tonight, or
right,
like,
exactly.
make sure you show up. Like some of it's like last minute.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
for
we already
sure.
have plans. Like we're like, well, we can't go because like we work, or we
work
have this
especially.
event or something else that's outside of school.
Yeah, because I know that's a big reason why too I probably don't go to a lot, because it's work. Because a lot of people work, and then maybe some other people have their own sports that are involved in, and they have to go to practice and stuff like that. Oh, a whole bunch of reasons, but I don't know.
I also think like cost is a big thing.
Oh yeah, money wise, yeah, because I know a lot of people don't like to pay to get into stuff, so yeah. I can understand that though.
But I'm definitely glad that we had the chance to just hear others' opinions and get that out, so we know like what the school can improve on and what other students can help
for sure
to do.
But we would still like to hear your guys' opinions and feedback of what you thought of today's episode, because we still want to know how to show more school spirit within Perry.
After today's episode, be sure to tweet us at VPHS News or email us at phsnews@perrylocal.org and give us your opinions.
And don't
go ahead.
Don't be afraid to speak out and share your opinions, because we would love to hear them.
Absolutely. But I think that's all we have for today's special episode of Panther Pulse, and thank you all for tuning in once again.
That's all we have for you.
We'll see you guys next time.